We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at P'Jem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to P'Jem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
Yes, Admiral, I'll do that right away. Captain, we have arrived at the Vulcan system. I took the liberty of contacting the Ambassador's aide when we arrived. Capella says that the Ambassador has certain arrangements that he prefers when traveling. She would like to go over them with you. Would you like me to put her on main widescreen? On screen.
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the Ambassador to P'Jem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the Ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the Ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
We are ready to land on Vulcan, sir. When we are ready to make our final approach, let me know.
Starfleet shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Captain, the Ambassador and their aide are waiting for you at the temple on top of this rise. You can speak to them there and find out if the Ambassador needs anything else from us before we depart to P'Jem. Captain, Ambassador Soketh Said T'Pella has requested you meet them with her before speaking to the Ambassador. Okay, Ian. No problem at all, mate. Welcome to Vulcan. Captain, I regret to inform you that we have come to an impasse in completing the mission. Allow me to explain. As you know, P'Jem is sacred to the Vulcan people, and access to it is strictly prohibited. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty, but Savin, the leader of the order that maintains the monastery, has chosen this moment to illogically refuse to grant Ambassador Soketh permission to meet with the abbot at P'Jem. This is most abnormal. Can't this trip wait until Savin changes his mind? The Ambassador has considered going to the Council to request that we overrule Savin, but the process will take time that he simply does not have. If the Ambassador is unable to complete his journey to P'Jem now, he will have to delay until after the trade conference at Corridon is complete, and that would take weeks. I wonder why Savin wouldn't grant the Ambassador permission. The Ambassador, I'm afraid, has spent too much time off-world. I have seen it change him. His interactions with other species have grown easier over the years, but our own people have become more challenging for him to deal with. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than he has in convincing him to grant the Ambassador's request. Let me speak to Savin then.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Soketh says you won't permit him to visit Pajem.
Sarketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Why do the Vulcans restrict access to Pajem?
Many years ago, Pajem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary. It should never have happened. Buildings that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
The Vulcan people have monasteries?
Even a people who reject emotion require peace and contemplation. We are a spiritual people. Our rituals guide us throughout our lives. Vulcans who choose a life of study and isolation, as the monks at Pajem have done, help us maintain our connection with our ancestors. The monk's study of Sirach's words in the Kirshara give us all a greater understanding of who we are and who we should strive to be. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Tell me more about Sirach.
Centuries ago, the Vulcans were creatures of emotion. We fought one another in a series of wars that devastated our planet. Our species was on the brink of annihilation. Sirach taught us to embrace peace and to put aside our emotions in favor of logic. Sirach ushered in a time of awakening on Vulcan. His writings, the Kirshara, shaped all that we are. Without Sirach, the Vulcans you know would not exist. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Don't you trust Ambassador Soketh?
I neither trust him nor distrust the ambassador. I simply do not understand him. He will not reveal his reasons for wishing to speak to the abbot, and has refused a mind meld with me. Normally I could respect his privacy, but other things I have heard trouble me. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Tell me more about what you've heard.
Soketh has spent more and more time away from Vulcan in recent years, and seems ill at ease in what was once his home. Tapella admits he has changed in the past few months. He spends hours closeted in his study, and does not share meals with his staff as he used to. Tapella says that the stress of the war with the Klingon Empire is taking its toll. She hopes the peace of Pajem will restore him. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
What if the abbot agrees to speak with Soketh via subspace?
The monks do not use any unnecessary technology. Even replicators are not permitted on Pajem. There is a communications array available to the monks for emergencies. Soketh's request does not qualify. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Is there any way I can persuade you to allow Soketh to visit Pajem?
I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect Pajem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect Pajem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
Tell me about Pajem.
Pajem is a small world near Andoria. It is sacred to our people. There have been Vulcans on Pajem for centuries. In 2152, the ancient buildings that housed our monastery were destroyed by the Andorians.
The Andorians, they are also part of the Federation.
It was a failing in our logic that led to conflict with the Andorians. We have corrected our error. After the Federation was founded, a group of Andorians, Vulcans, and humans rebuilt the monastery as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Since then, a group of monks has lived there. They study the ideals of Sirach. Do you have any questions?
I've spoken to Savin. Why doesn't he trust you?
How should I know? He is a small man with small concerns. Thankfully, he has listened to reason, and our journey won't be delayed any longer. I am ready to leave now. Is the shuttle prepared for departure?
Let's go.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
Ambassador Soulcast has retired to his quarters, Captain. We can leave the system whenever you like. Alright, depart system, Ian. Thanks, Ron, for the follow. Yo, dude, how's it going?
Your inventory has a replicator that will allow you to buy and sell items. Press I to open your inventory. Click on Replicator to access your store. You can purchase common items from the replicator. You can sell items by using Recycle, and retrieve sold items with Retrieve.
Yo, dude, I love this game. Yeah, I have many high-level characters. I'm doing like an episodic thing, and I'm uploading it all on YouTube. So let's keep watching the episode. Yeah, he's doing the discovery. There's the link up for my YouTube. You can see all the other episodes. Oh, don't lock up on me now. Yeah, I created a new Discovery character to do the whole story. Publish it like a show, like a TV show. Just showing off the stories. Let's go, we're back in Andoria. Sir, I'm picking up unusual energy reading in this system. We should scan the system before we take the ambassador to the surface. Agreed, sensors on maximum.
Scanning in progress.
Klingon ships decloaking, sir. Red alert.
This is Captain Katak to all Klingon vessels. Target their warp drives. There will be no escaping our vengeance this time.
Captain, we're being hailed by the Klingons.
Cease your fire, Captain! Perhaps today is a day for words. My fellow captains were blinded by our vengeance toward the shapeshifter aboard your vessel. They have died with honor. But if I am to die this day, then I would prefer to regale the halls of Stovokor with the tale of that foul creature's death.
Shapeshifter?
Ha! So even the mighty Federation has been fooled by the beast. Your guest from Vulcan is not as he or she seems, Captain. They are an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us, but we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of these honorless dogs dies screaming.
An Undine? Have you any proof?
Proof? Pah! Allow me to stick a blade in its belly while I look it in the eye while it dies. That should be proof enough, even for Starfleet.
I'll take that into consideration.
If you wish the honor of the kill yourself, then it is yours to have. So long as the Undine dies, I will meet my death with eyes wide open and victory in my heart. I await your decision. Close hailing frequencies.
Yeah, guys, what do you think? Captain, since our scans indicate the Klingon vessel's warp drive shields and weapon systems are all offline, I don't even think they have an impulse power. Whatever we decide to do, they can't really do much about it. Science, what's your take on this? The Undine are a species that was first encountered by the crew of the USS Voyager. They cataloged it as species 8472. As the Klingon commander indicated, they are indeed capable of changing shape. Additionally, they possess telepathic abilities that aid them in infiltrating the cultures of other species. So Ambassador Soketh could be one. I'm afraid there is a conclusion that we cannot rule out, Captain. I could conduct a test to determine if the ambassador is who he claims he is. Unfortunately, that would violate his ambassadorial immunity. The Klingon vessel is waiting your response, Captain. Tactical, what's your take on all of this? The Undine are physically superior to humans, and they consider anyone from our dimension to be an inferior life form. Their vessels are more than a match for the Borg. They represent a great threat to Starfleet. Where is Ambassador Soketh now? The Ambassador is still in his quarters. Sir, I recommend sending a security detail to detain the Ambassador until we're certain of his identity. A sound precaution, agreed. The Klingon vessel is awaiting your response, Captain. Engineering, what do you think? The Undine come from a dimension known as fluidic space. They use quantum singularities to move into ours. I'm afraid much of their technology still remains a mystery to us, but one thing is certain, it is not to be underestimated. So why use a Starfleet vessel? That I can't say, Captain, but as the Undine are virtually unknown in the Beta Quadrant, my guess is that they are aiming to conceal their presence here. And the Klingons? What the Klingons are saying could be true, Captain. If the Undine is in the Beta Quadrant, it might be that the Klingons sniffed them out before us. In this case, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Call the ambassador to the bridge and open a channel to the Klingon vessel. Let's settle this.
My patience is growing thin, Captain. If you lack the stomach to slay the beast aboard your vessel, then any Klingon here would gladly do it for you. I'd hate for you to stain that pretty Starfleet uniform with Undine blood.
Very generous, but unnecessary.
Then the beast is slain? Makar! Very good. Perhaps you've the heart of a warrior after all. Let me look upon our enemy, and tonight we will dine together as warriors and drink to the honored dead.
I present Ambassador Soketh.
Captain, I take my meditations very seriously. Why have I been summoned to the bridge?
Accused, meet your accuser.
Alive? You're a fool, Captain! Strike now before it's too late!
Now without proof, Katak.
You want proof? Then lower your shields and allow me to beam over. Once the Undine's blood coats my blade, you'll see it for what it truly is. A Grint hound in Tark's clothing.
Ambassador, allow me to explain.
There's no need, Captain. The situation is not difficult to unravel. My concern lies in the logic of you entertaining this Klingon's meritless claim.
Meritless, but not unreasonable.
A most illogical conclusion. Allow us to examine the facts, Captain. You have a crippled Klingon vessel, whose captain has made unsubstantiated claims that I am an Undine, a species that is known to both the Federation and the Klingon Empire as a considerable threat.
Thus, a reasonable consideration.
Potentially, but only if a great many other factors were to be true. Is it not much more likely that the Klingons have, in the face of defeat, instead sought to exploit Starfleet's desire for peaceful resolutions to conflict in order to repair their vessel and renew their assault?
Status of the Klingon vessel? Weapons inoperable, warp drive is still offline. Wait, I'm taking an enemy surge. They're engaging their cloaking device. Red alert. Lock weapons.
A true warrior strikes without mercy, Captain. I only hope to teach you this lesson personally before the Undine does. We may not be able to best your vessel, but a Klingon knows many roads to victory. The beast may have evaded my vengeance for now, but I can still ruin its plans here at Pajem.
Fire! I've lost him on sensors, Captain. They're gone. Scan the area. Captain, we're detecting energy signatures on Pajam's surfaces. They're in the vicinity of the monastery. They appear to be transporter signals. Life signs indicate they are Klingon. I'm taking an away team down. Captain, shall I accompany you? No, it's too dangerous.
A wise precaution. Though I admit I am eager to see my people safe, I will await word until the monastery is secured. And Captain, let not my journey here be for naught.
Away team to transporter room 1. I've lost him on sensors, Captain. They're gone.
A wise
Captain, we need to secure the area and then make it our way to the monastery, which is located at the top of the hill. Reading multiple Klingon patrols between us and the main building. I recommend we proceed with caution. Stay alert, we need to find the monks. Incoming message. Sir, we're receiving an alert from Vulcan. Tapella says she must speak with you immediately. I'll pass him through to your tricorder.
I have terrible news. Vulcan security forces have discovered the body of Ambassador Soketh. They have determined that he was killed by a phaser blast at short range. His remains were discovered in a stasis chamber hidden in a cavern beneath the Ambassador's residence. The Ambassador on your ship, the one that I have been working for, is an imposter. You need to be very careful. This imposter was able to fool Soketh's closest associates for months. He is crafty and very patient. Now that he has been discovered, he will be dangerous.
Captain, security teams have reached Ambassador Soketh's quarter, but he's gone. They're searching the ship, but, sir, unauthorized use of the transporter is detected. The Vulcan government is requesting that the imposter Soketh is detained and returned to Vulcan for questioning. Sir, whomever used the transporter erased the logs, but I have a feeling that the imposter is on this planet's surface. I recommend we locate him immediately. We'll find him.
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial. But we are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak shall perish.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Recommend we return to the Showline A and search for the Undine ship. We need to find the Undine and take it back to Starfleet. Beam us up. Captain, there's an Undine ship on an intercept course. Sir, the Showline A doesn't have the armament to handle the Undine attack. Starfleet reports that they are sending ships to assist us, but they are about 60 seconds out. We have to hold out until the reinforcements get here. Captain, if we target their torpedoes, we might have a chance.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shield has failed. Right shield failing. Target shields have failed. Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below
Downloading the data now, Captain. Incoming message from USS Challenger. Captain Alex?
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. Glad to see we made it here in time to lend you a hand. Perhaps you'll return the favor someday. LaForge out.
We've recovered the final data transmissions from the Undine vessel, as well as the samples from the organic materials that we used to create to create the ship. We need to get all of this back to Starfleet Intelligence. They may be able to decrypt the messages and tell us more.
The ambassador was an Undine? I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Who knows, Captain? Who knows? And that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for having joined. As always, live long and prosper, and I'll be back real soon. Don't miss your next episode, because we won't either.